They have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else working hard, I would do it for the gamer. Yo, can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTSS, RPG, or maybe even MMO.
Howdy everybody, and welcome back to another video for Lucid Adventure Idle RPG. Now I need you to hit that like and subscribe button as I post content daily. Yes, daily. Alright, we're going back to square one. I think we on about square two now. Yeah. Well, we almost finished and wrapping it up. For this episode in particular, you can see that we still got us a nice little stack of experience here. We're about to claim our very last under level 60 ticket, and we're about to push beyond 7k. Okay, I wanted to wait till a run because I had to stay up. I had to stay up as long as I could to get to the last few hours until this ticket came up. But I wanted to wait, and I made a mistake, and I wasn't paying attention because I was working on content for another game, and I happened to push past 600 by mistake in Cobalt Castle. So it was just like, it's not the end of the world because I was only going to leave, get that little bit of experience, start another run, and then in that run I was going to do it in Battle Forest and then push to like 7k or something like that. But I guess it is what it is. It is what it is because we're already leaving, because we are on our 14th day. So we do have all 10 of our tickets from our 7th day and our 14th. So we're going to hold on to these for a while and push as further as we can. Do got me a nice little inventory of goodies here, a bunch of stuff that I'm holding on to that we're going to be utilizing as we move forward. So let's go ahead and pop this nice little ticket in the shop so we can get all of... Still on cooldown? Hold on, what you mean still on cooldown? Tripping. I know this game ain't acting funny on me now. And then we're going to a PvP. PvP! Okay, not really. Alright. I was told that even if you were to be in, oh my god, something like this taking forever. Like, even if you push beyond that point, long as you're still 60, you should be good. Why is my turn that off? Turn this off. Turn. No time for that nonsense. Alright. So I shouldn't have no problem with claiming my ticket. And it still say still on cooldown. So unfortunately, I guess we just don't claim a ticket here. I mean, we got a decent amount of experience to push. What else to that? Alright. Didn't quite work out the way we initially had things planned or whatever we was gonna do. But that's fine. It's only one ticket. Really, just being only one ticket kind of sucks. But it's only one ticket. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk because we're going to do a push way beyond wherever we are right now. So let's go ahead and back out. So we're going to return here, take this little bit of experience we have. I want to use one of the tickets I had so bad, but I'm not going to waste them. I'm not going to. It just would defeat the purpose. Oh, see, look at it. It put me at level 67 before. Oh, no. It put me at 67 on me leaving, but 60 pretty much from where we are. Alright. So, what else to that? We're not going to do our origin because right now is just not the time to do Origin while we're recording a video. So we're gonna go ahead and do our Battle Forest. We need to do Battle Forest anyway. We're gonna do a run of Origin because we should jump, but no, we're not. We're just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna worry about the jump. It's not like it's imperative for us to jump or anything like that. All right. So we're not gonna flip the coin right away, but we're gonna collect some stuff here. So that's good. All right. So since you have finally made it to this point, and hopefully you've been following along and have made it to this point, pretty much the same thing goes for how it's always been. The characters that we're using got skills in them. The characters that we're not using still don't have skills, only have support skills leveled up on them. Same stuff through and through, all the way through for our characters and our teams and all of that stuff. But now we got to make an informed decision on what we're going to work on, who we're going to work on, and as we take things further. Because we have been getting our karma weapons a bit, and we have been putting forth effort into getting said karma weapons for just the select characters that we are using for the most part. Like the ones that we've been actually using, I don't think it's too many other ones. I don't think he does have some too. He just don't have his last one. But and I don't think I got any for her. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, I did get something from her. All right, so we have done at least that much for our team. So now a lot of the questions that always arise is, who do I 30 after Choco? Okay, I followed some of your old guys gamer, and you said Sora and Pooh is good. Yes, because they have the best. Oh my god, the goblin throwing me off. But they have the best passives in the game. Choco, Sora, and Pooh. Pooh has her passive can allow you to clear a wave just right outright, and Sora can give your team the attack up, which other than that, nobody else have a passive that is good enough for them to be like, oh, I should just level 30 them right away. Now, as you see, we made it as further as we did, and our Osgod is still level 27, not even change. Haven't 30'd her. She probably is going to get 30 now, but haven't 30'd her or anything like that just wasn't as that important. Still the same things. We focused in on getting as much attack on her as possible, but now we're pushing into the territory where crit rate and crit damage is going to start being more important, because we're going to start building and optimizing our team for subjugation. And now, as further as that go, I haven't really done much in the aspect of subjugation because the account wasn't ready. And I know a lot of times I get people that come in. Actually, one recently, somebody came out of Discord. You should join the Discord. Link to that in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. But guy came out of Discord and they were asking about subjugation teams. So I gave them the general advice that I do give them. You know, make more karma weapons, because subjugation is pretty much dependent on the karma weapons that you bring. Make more karma weapons. And it was another tip I had said, let me pull it up on my Discord. Then I told them that they need crit rate, crit damage, and sub attack. Like, they need to get those stats up. As much sub attack as you can get, as much crit rate, and as much crit damage as you can get, so you can dish out a lot of DPS. Of course, there's more factors than that, but that's just the base principles, the base point that you're shooting for when it comes to going into subjugation and progression. So anything before 6k, you're not really worried about how much damage you're doing, what you're doing. You're just going to use whatever you have, the best as you have, because you probably haven't invested into anything yet. But at this point, you're going to start building a team, a well-rounded team. And I'm going to give you a base rundown of what is to come and what you should be working towards when it comes to subjugation. Alright, we're going to look here, starting off with Warrior. Now, Warrior, his Master's Blacksmith affection has a a skill change where it grants you the physical defense down. So that's a defense break, which is going to help your physical damage dealers deal more damage. Not to mention that it's a really good weapon because it gives you team subjugation attack, team subjugation defense, and team subjugation HP. And you're going to be needing those tanky stats too for your survival. Really important. Sora's another one. Her weapon itself, I don't have it here. I can pull it up on the main. Just a second to jump in on the main. And we just slide that down here real quickly. So, her weapon itself said, alright, attack and physical defense of the team members will increase greatly on the subjugation rounds. So you get more attack and physical defense with this, but her attack up is boosted up, and then she gives you subjugation round attack 40% extra with her taste of fire. So her attack buff is going to be even more perfect when you have this equipped on. And you get an extra subjugation team attack plus the collection effects to giving you subjugation team HP, which is going to be really important for your team. Alright, moving on to Lime, another staple that you will be needing, where she has this weapon, which is cool, but I've been testing another one, which is this weapon, and it's mostly because of the skill. Somebody pointed that out to me in Discord. It was like, yo, gamer, like, you do going against those physical bosses, but Lime can tank if you use her Warm Breeze because it gives her physical immunity. Now, it doesn't guarantee that she's going to have it up all the time, but in a good RNG situation, this physical immunity will save your life and keep the boss more focused in on her. And I say, for instance, let's just go to Subjugation real quick. For instance, Watchman, it would keep him busy for sure because he doesn't have any skills that attacks the back line like Primitive Demon or War Machine does, and he's not like full AoE burst like Toddish. He just attacks what's in front of him. So if this is your fancy and what you will work on, because he a little bit difficult of a boss depending on, and we had based this off of level 11 for the most part, but it's the easiest one for me to deal with personally, and it's mostly because of the way my team comp is set up. And the last, I would say, staple unit in terms of your defenses and I guess buffing your offenses as well will be Pooh. Alright, so we go here to Pooh. Now you see here, this is again my main account, so you see here that I put a lot of investment into her karma weapons. The reason being is these collection effects on the first one. She hands down, in my opinion, has the best karma weapons for subjugation in the game. And I mean, the only one that really doesn't do anything for her for subjugation is this one here. But you have both of these, which can give you team subjugation HP twice and team subjugation attack twice, which is insane for your progression. Utilizing these collection effects, which is a collection effect you automatically have it once you level it up and you get it. I can actually get some points right now too. That's delicious. But it's going to help your team with your survivability and your damage. Plus, you're going to be bringing in her Knight's Trainer as the main weapon that you'll be using, which is going to give you even more subjugation team HP, making your team tanky, plus the team crit damage, which is going to make your dealers deal more damage. And with this, your zombies turn into like flying zombies, and if you're going against any of the physical bosses, all of their physical attacks, these zombies are completely immune to. So that's going to be a good thing. Plus, it protects Osgod from being damaged. So if you're going against Toddish will focus them and target them with the insta-kill attack rather than Osgod, so it protects her relatively well. Now, of course, you're going to bring Osgod in because she is who she is. she is who she is in that fight. But then from there, the rest of your team is completely up to you. So if you go on focusing in for a different damage dealer, then you can choose from just about anybody on the list. I would say almost, like, as far as karma weapons go, the easier to obtain karma weapons, because blessed karma weapons are harder to get. You have Light here, who's a good damage dealer, but all he provides is damage. But he got team subjugation, team attack, and team crit damage, plus the team subjugation HP, which is going to be great. Plus he has extra subjugation attack and HP for himself, which is going to be great for him, and he'll be able to dish out a lot of damage. Another good damage dealer that a lot of us in my guild use is Drip Soup, which you have his first one here, Frost Saw Blade, which gives double subjugation attack to him. Everything is pretty much selfish for him, but he's a good dealer for that, and he has team crit damage and extra damage for subjugation. I believe, what's his skill on his? Oh yeah, he gets extra magic damage on his skill, so he will pair well with, I think it's Lime, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Pooh? One of them have a magic defense break, I think it is. Don't quote me on which one it is. I could be completely wrong here. I personally fancy Tempest. It's a lot of people that are against him, and mostly because his Devil's Poison Tooth isn't easier to obtain, and that makes sense because if you are an F2P player, you will have an easier time getting someone's like Drips and Lights karma weapons for subjugation a lot easier than you could get Tempest. But Tempest is not a bad investment, especially in the Watchman fight. He's probably the best damage dealer for that fight, if your damage dealer can't survive, because that was a problem that I've been having, where like Drip Soup would come in, he'd get a couple attacks off, and he'd just get completely bodied. That Watchman give him them hands, and you don't want him to give him them hands, and when he gives them hands, that's a problem. So what ended up happening is I finally was able to get another prize on my main account and get it transcended, so Tempest is able to dish out more damage. Now, once again, he's not the most optimal pick and choice, but he is a great damage dealer if that is what you do. Another good damage dealer, but also hard to reach karma weapon, is Dark. Dark has a good karma weapon that dishes out some considerable damage if you focus and build into him with an extra subjugation damage, but once again, it's a blessed karma weapon, so it's not easy to obtain. The last one is Warrior, which we showed at the beginning, who gives you the death break, but can also be a pretty solid damage dealer. Not the biggest damage dealer, but at least I don't think. I know a lot of people I've seen that said they use him. He does do a considerable amount of damage, but it's not as much as they main damage dealer, so I haven't did any full damage testing with him to know if he's really going to scale relatively well in that aspect. So that is your rundown of what you're going for. You also got Choco BB here, who can boost your attacks as well as your defenses. I opt for the defense on my team personally, just so we can have higher survival. So that's kind of important, because it's like I don't really need attack, the extra team attack, where I can just get as much crit damage from this weapon from his second blessed karma. If I were to, if I'm going to use him and everything, where you automatically get the effects anyway, even if he's not in battle. But if I were to use him, I believe he said the bonus invasion, the extra defense, and that's for your team. So he got some good effects on his karma weapons. I know some people use him use him, I guess, for like tanking purposes and just to be that extra unit, but that's kind of sort of like what you got there. I also use swordsman for extra damage, and I believe he's the best tank in the game, honestly. Like his stat scales relatively well for his invasion. He's a really good invasion tank, and he has a skill. He has a skill that gives him immunity to physical damage. So for the physical bosses, he can be immune. In good RNG, he can like really be immune. Plus all the extra crit, all the extra scaling he gets off of crit damage and crit rate possibly. But that's just this portion for subjugation, because this is going to be important at this point in the game for you. That's the big things there. So we do have to make an informed decision on who we're going to work towards. So keep all of what I just said in mind for your choice in what you want to do. Nobody can really make that choice for you. You got to make that choice for yourself, because it's a bunch of things that work. And it's a bunch of things that work well differently for everybody. I got people showing off Osgard damage, people showing drip suit damage, dark damage, warrior damage. Got me and other people doing tempest damage. Like so many characters out here that's dishing out big damage for your subjugation. So you figure out what works best for you. Do you want to go the long route and go with one of the characters with a blessed karma? Do you want to go the short route and go with a character with a regular karma weapon? That's all up to you and all how you feel you want to take your progression as further as this. So this video is probably as long as it's ever going to be, but this is going to wrap it up here. This is probably going to wrap up this series too, because I mean we pretty much took you from beginning all the way to your mid game, and now we're reaching the late game stage where everything is opened up, unlocked, and now you're pushing to get further and building your characters to be stronger. So I might do an update here and there if that's what you guys want in the future. So if you do, make sure you leave that down in the comment section below, and I might give an update on what I'm doing with the account, if I'm still playing the account or whatnot in the future. So if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. If you don't like it, then cool to that too. There's a button for that as well. Link to the Discord will be in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. So make sure you come by the Discord and give a holler at the community, because we got a lot of good people there. Subscribe if you're new here. Turn those post notifications on. Turn them on, people, so you can see the content when it goes live. And this is your host, GamerDude 2088, and I'll see you guys next time, and I'm out. Deuces.